Today, the presenter today is Anne, and she is the mother of Vira in grade 3, and also the Gecko, GCN, formerly known as SCN. She's the chairperson as well. Okay, so today she's going to take us through a workshop session on inclusivity and gender identity. Right? So let's give her a round of applause.
Hi everyone. I'm going to be standing here so I can see all of you. I'm so glad to be here again, actually, to share something that I'm passionate about, which is inclusiveness. So again, my name is Nang Ei Ei Mon, but you all can call me Anne. I am an impact entrepreneur and a life coach, professional life coach. My work focuses mainly on women's economic empowerment. But today, I'm here to really explore a topic on inclusiveness with all of you. And I'm curious to know where you stand in terms of inclusiveness and in terms of what your role is in society. But I promise this is going to be a fun, interactive, reflective sessions. Before I start, would any of you like to share why you're here? Maybe you have other sessions going on campus, but what do you expect from this session and why you're here? Anyone want to share?
Because it's like interesting.
Which part is interesting to you?
Like the topic in general is just interesting to learn about.
Yes.
So like in certain subjects like gender equality has been like one of my topics which I do projects on. And I'm really interested to see your viewpoint on it.
Okay. Wonderful. Great.
What about anyone here?
I have your gender and identity, and I thought that was very interesting. Also, I've been to your previous meetings last year, and they were very empowering and inspirational. So
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
I just thought it would be interesting to come to something that I haven't listened to talk about before.
Yeah, something new to explore, right? Great. Thank you. Appreciate it. So today what we're going to do is we're going to take a little walk. Okay? You can imagine going for a walk at your happy place. Okay? We all will go for a walk, but we will take 3 stops. Okay? We stop 3 places, and that's how we're going to explore together. Where are you now? Any happy place in mind that you're following?
Might not will notice one, I'm in the forest.
Oh, yeah, forest seems like a good idea to go for a reflection. So great. So now we let me welcome you. Okay, so now we are all going on a walk. And as we walk, the first stop I want to stop is identity. Okay? What we're going to do is now, I think each of you have a piece of paper and a pen. I'd like to explore and help you reflect on that topic. So what we're going to do is, on the paper, you can write the name in the middle. Just write your name in the middle. And I'm going to ask you a question and try to answer that question in keywords. Okay? Just one question. And my question is, who are you? Who are you? Right? When you think about who you are, think of the keywords that describe you that made up the whole you. You know, it can be anything with your abilities. Like, I'm great at football. I'm great at math. Or it can be your interest. I love fashions. Or I love food. Or it can be your roles. Like, I'm a sister. I'm a mother. I'm an educator. Or it can be anything that we belong to in terms of your religion, your social cause, your institution that you belong to. It can be anything like that. So I'll give you a few minutes just to reflect. What are the keywords? Make sure that the words are spread around your name. Okay? It can even be about your appearance. I'm tall. Yeah, that's who I am, right? Or I have beautiful curly hair and I love it. That's my identity. That's also great. So around your name, write down keywords. If you can have up to 10 keywords, that's great.
Going all the way around.
Can you make more than 10?
I'm sorry?
Can you make more than 10?
Yes, of course. Yeah, more than 10 is better. But try to get at least 10. Like something like this around your name. Try to write the keywords that describe you. Do you need more time? Does anyone need more time to reflect and write down keywords that describe who you are? Good. How about here? Okay. You need more time? Thank you so much. You are really putting a lot of effort to think about it. And I know that I'd love to have longer sessions, but now can I get all of your attention here? So this is just an introduction of really, it's a journey, a walk we take to ourselves. Like sometimes we're busy with our day-to-day lives and we need this kind of, time to pause and reflect on our identity. Because identity here is all the keywords you write down. So, does anyone want to share what you wrote down? It's only feel comfortable. Yes, 1 or 2 words.
Okay. I'm a nice person, and I like to eat.
Wonderful. Yes? Vira. Okay. Yes.
I love dogs and I like music.
Wonderful. Anyone else? Yeah?
I wrote Matthew and backpacker.
Okay. Here.
Sarcastic.
Yeah.
I wrote I like
Fantastic. Yes. Anyone else? Teachers? Come on.
My parents, I put mother, teacher, wife, daughter, nature lover, well-being.
That's wonderful. So what we hear right now that all our friends have shared is the key words are actually our identity that describe us, that make us. So what's an identity and where does it come from? Actually, like here, like for the example, identity can be your roles, a mother, a teacher, a sister, right? That's your role in life and that can be part of your identity. And the other thing is your personality. I'm a nice person. I'm sarcastic. I'm hardworking. Those are also, that plays a role in forming your identity. And the other part is what you're interested in, your attributes. And here also like, with me, I wrote down I'm a Shan. Shan is one of the ethnic group in Myanmar. So that's also my identity. And here I write I'm a dog mom. I recently adopted a dog. And so now this is just a new identity for me. Right? So that's our identity. But what's interesting is that identities are interestingly not constant. So the reason is because our roles change in life, right? You were not a mother, now you are a mother. Or you are a mother, later you become a grandmother. Or you don't have a siblings before, now you are a sister. So these roles change. And also, when your profession changes, your roles also change again. You used to be an educator. After you retire, you're not an educator anymore, or you're not a teacher anymore, but you play new roles. That kind of role changes can also change our identity. Another thing is also our life experiences. That also form our identity, right? You used to be in your home country, now you migrate to a new country. That's changed your whole life experience. That's going to affect your identity. The reason I'm sharing you all about these changes is because now, at this point today, on the 24th, you do this exercise and these are your identity. But after 1 year, some of it might not matter to you anymore, or after 2-3 years, you might have new things that add into this paper that form your identity. So, at this point, I want to pause for a while. And I want to ask you all, so now you sit down and you reflect on your identity. What is it that, something that you kind of like learn or something you feel like connected with it so far from this first exercise? Is there anything you'd like to share?
I didn't know that I had all these things too. I wrote so many and wow.
Yeah. Yes. It's like some part of us can be hidden or maybe like overlooked some part, right? How do you feel when you discover that there are other part of you that
Yeah, what you said was true. Like when I had my 2 kids when they were small, I didn't have the chance to travel, but now they're in university, so now it's time for me to see the world. So I was just thinking, I go to travel to see the world. I would have done this maybe about 3 years ago. So maybe another 3 years it will change.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing this.
The first time that I found out that I have many roles in life, I was kind of like really shocked. Because I thought I was a person myself. But then I talked to myself for a moment, I'm like, if I learn something new, my role is to be like a learner, to learn something new and to get new knowledge.
Yes. That's amazing. Thank you. Anyone? Yes.
When I wrote this, I kind of wondered wondered, like, what words do other people use to describe me? And maybe the same I use to describe myself.
Yes. So yeah, you start to wonder how other people see you, right? So the interesting thing is that now doing this exercise, you start to get in touch with yourself, like really knowing yourself. Because these words are more like the identities are like how you describe yourself and also how you present yourself to others. And but like you said, the other people might have a different opinion of you. And that's also another thing, another way that you can actually learn by connecting with others. So when it comes to this identity, now that we did this exercise, we're at the first stop, everyone together now. I'm like, okay. So now I start to take a look to myself and get to know myself more. But what about we take one step forward to our journey and go to the next stop, which is inclusiveness. What is inclusiveness actually? Anyone want to share how you understand it? Inclusiveness. We hear that a lot. Yes.
It's kind of like being inclusive to other people who are different to you and making sure they're kind of a part of whatever you're doing.
Yes. So like really making an effort to include everyone, like who are different from you to actually feel belong in the same space like you. So that's inclusiveness. So like the next activity I want to do, will just take about 5 minutes. What I want to do is now that you write down your identity and your friends also write down their identities, right? So what we're gonna do is maybe like move around a little bit and meet somebody you haven't known well yet and talk about what you write down. Will that be comfortable for you to do? Yeah? You wanna try? Because it will be very interesting. That's a first step of really inclusiveness. Because when you try to listen and connect to other people and how their identity is formed, that's how you start to understand that, wow, have I been actually knowing this person or this, groups, or like how do I actually be connected to them and really create this inclusiveness in the school campus or in the community. So will it be okay? Would you like to try? Yeah? Okay. So that's just like stand up and then like find a partner or you can have 2 people or 3 people. So that's enough. So what you can do with a short period of time is just choose 1 or 2 identities that matter to you so much. And then talk about what this identity means to you. I can give you an example. So also when your friend is talking, don't just listen, but also watch and connect to their body language, their tone of voice, their facial expressions, everything. That will actually help you really understand about this connectedness. So for example, here I said, I'm a single mother. So when I talk about this word, I say you can talk about anything, how this identity become part of you. I'm a single mother for 8 years, and it means courage and fear and responsibility to me. And so like when I talk about it, you can actually learn how this tone and everything. And I'm a foodie. I love to eat a lot, but I'm not very good at cooking. But this is very important to me because wherever I go, I connect to new culture through food. That's how important it is. So now you see their emotions up and down happen, and how they are actually expressing themselves to you. So cherish that moment and really respect that moment by we're going to keep everything confidential here, right? So we're not going to be sharing that to other friends outside of this classroom. But we're going to try to be the moment and connect with each other. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Enjoy. yourself and also listen. Actually listen to your friends. Yes, Lisa.
So I think I kind of feel like a deeper level of connection because I didn't really know the person I was talking to, and now like I know all the things I didn't know before, and they're like really cool.
I see. That's wonderful. Okay.
Now I kind of know the reasoning why my friends like those stuff and what they like.
Yeah.
So because they explain it.
Yes.
I meet some people and I tell what I really like the most. I just really feel like that is a shared passion or more than like something else.
That's great. It's just good to actually, one thing is to really express that important part of you to the other person, right? Identity is like that. Sometimes like, I forgot the name. So like someone shared here that, sometimes some part of you might have been overlooked sometimes and you don't get in touch with them. But now you feel like you are the whole, right? You can actually talk about it to the other person. And the other thing is that when you actually listen, right? You feel like, wow, this is a person. It's not just what I see about that person, how she dressed, how he act, or how this person talk or think. It's actually more than that. The whole story is behind that. And when you actually listen, you can actually feel more connected to the other person and also yourself. So now that you've done 2 activities together, how can you actually feel connected to, related to the word inclusiveness? How does that inclusiveness feel to you?
I think when you do this, you gain a lot of empathy for other people, and you understand that people are different. Difference is something to be valued and to be understood, rather than something between you.
Yes, absolutely. So at our work, we always do this kind of like activity at the beginning of any program or any change that we want to do. The reason is because we are all humans. It's very important for any change maker, leaders, any program, participants or community members to really first be in touch with yourself. Because you need to know that you yourself is also made up of very different things, right? And it's keep changing. And once you actually understand yourself, and it's easier to connect to the other person. And when you actually start to connect, have that empathy, that's a really source of all the change, the social change maybe that you want to make, especially this inclusiveness. Because program, the structure, policy, everything is in place, but if we don't actually feel aligned with ourselves, it is very hard to actually integrate it in our life. So that's why I started off with this identity exercise. But now let's move on to our journey again, okay? We're gonna go forward and take the last step. I know it needs to go, but the last step, if you're here, is I want you to think about allyship. What it is you are, you have to be a great bystander. You have to actually be advocating for each other. It's not just someone who's the same, but also someone who's different from you. So just take a moment. What do you think you can do? Very tangible baby steps that maybe in the classroom or at home, but something you can actually do to actually build allyship.
Maybe like talk to more different people, or like if you're doing group projects, which is
Yes, that's amazing first step, right? Instead of being together with the person who looks the same like you, think the same like you, but try to actually meet someone different, talk to them, and like be curious, right? Yes.
Maybe get to know grow as organically as you can. So for example, like when you're new into like a new place that you have never been in before, then try to get like more, like try to get to know more about someone else or like different people so that you can become better and better.
Yes. Thank you. Does anyone else here want to share like what are things that you can do as a student, as a daughter, as a sister to actually build allyship?
Maybe give more hugs to my sister.
Oh. So nice. Yeah, that's great. Anyone else want to share?
I think being brave enough to be cool, and so that you are, and being brave enough to let people know the other aspects of you beyond what you look like and where you're from, the basics of identity, and be able to connect with people on a wider range of levels.
That's good. So I'm going to conclude it here, but thank you everyone for coming. We actually take these, stuff together, but I hope that that's something you learned that you can take a lot.